What if I told you that the single most powerful tool you have to wind back the clock on your heart's health isn't locked away in a pharmacy, but is already inside you, waiting to be unleashed? Did you know that with a few simple, consistent movements, you can actively lower your blood pressure, improve your circulation, and make the muscle of your heart stronger and more efficient than it was years ago? For too long, the narrative around aging has been one of inevitable decline. We're told that after 60, our bodies are supposed to slow down, to become more fragile. But years of scientific research and countless stories of transformation tell a different story. They tell us that the heart, like any muscle, responds to training. It doesn't care about the year on your birth certificate. It cares about the demands you place on it. The brutal truth is that a sedentary life after 60 is a direct invitation to cardiovascular disease, which remains the #1 killer worldwide. It's a quiet, creeping threat that builds with every day spent inactive. But the good news, the truly empowering news, is that you hold the power to fight back. You don't need a fancy gym membership or complicated equipment. All you need is your body, a little bit of space, and the right knowledge. In this discussion, we are going to explore the 5 most effective, safest, and most transformative exercises to strengthen your heart. These are not just random workouts. They are strategic movements backed by medical science, chosen specifically for their profound benefits for those of us navigating life beyond 60. This is not about becoming a marathon runner. It's about reclaiming your vitality, ensuring your independence, and building a heart strong enough to carry you through many more years of memories, laughter, and life. So, let's begin the journey of turning your heart into your body's greatest asset. Before we take a single step or lift a single weight, we must lay a foundation of safety and understanding. This is non-negotiable. The goal is to build a stronger heart, not to risk injury. The first and most crucial step before beginning any new exercise regimen is to speak with your doctor. This isn't just a formality. Your doctor understands your personal medical history, your current medications, and any underlying conditions you might have, such as arthritis, osteoporosis, or existing heart issues. They can provide personalized advice and help you set realistic goals. They can tell you if there are any specific movements you should avoid and what warning signs you should look out for. Think of this conversation as drawing the map before you begin your journey. It ensures you're on the right path from the very start. Once you have the green light from your doctor, the next principle is to master the art of listening to your body. Your body is constantly sending you signals. It's your job to learn how to interpret them. A little bit of muscle soreness a day or two after a new activity is normal. That's a sign your muscles are adapting and getting stronger. However, sharp, sudden pain is not normal. That is a stop sign. Dizziness, chest pain or pressure, shortness of breath that doesn't resolve with rest, or a feeling of your heart fluttering or skipping beats are all red flags. If you experience any of these, you must stop what you are doing immediately. If the symptoms are severe or don't go away, you need to seek medical attention. The mantra "no pain, no gain" is dangerous and outdated, especially after 60. Our new mantra is "challenge, don't strain." Every exercise session, no matter how gentle, should be bookended by a warm-up and a cool-down. Think of your muscles like a rubber band. If you try to stretch a cold rubber band, it might snap. But if you warm it up in your hands first, it becomes pliable and flexible. A warm-up does the same for your body. It gradually increases your heart rate and blood flow to your muscles, preparing them for the work ahead. A good warm-up could be 5 to 10 minutes of slow walking or marching in place, combined with some gentle dynamic stretches like arm circles or leg swings. A cool-down is equally important. It allows your heart rate and blood pressure to return to their resting levels gradually. Abruptly stopping exercise can sometimes cause dizziness. A cool-down involves 5 to 10 minutes of slowing your activity down, followed by some static stretching, where you hold a stretch for 20 to 30 seconds. This improves flexibility and can help reduce muscle stiffness. Finally, understand that consistency will always beat intensity. It is far more beneficial for your heart to walk for 20 minutes every single day than it is to go on one grueling, 2-hour hike every Sunday. Your heart is a muscle of habit. It thrives on regular, consistent work. Aim for a routine you can stick with. Start slow, be patient with yourself, and celebrate the small victories. The journey to a stronger heart is a marathon, not a sprint. With this foundation of safety, awareness, and consistency in place, we are now ready to explore the 5 exercises that will form the core of our heart strengthening program. Let's begin with the single most accessible, most studied, and perhaps most powerful exercise for heart health after 60, brisk walking. This isn't a leisurely stroll to admire the flowers, though that has its own benefits. Brisk walking is a purposeful, rhythmic activity that elevates your heart rate and gets your blood pumping. It is the very definition of cardiovascular exercise. Why is it so effective? When you walk briskly, you are asking your heart to work a little harder to deliver oxygen-rich blood to your muscles. Over time, this consistent demand makes your heart muscle stronger and more efficient. A stronger heart can pump more blood with each beat, which means it doesn't have to work as hard during your daily activities. This leads to a lower resting heart rate and lower blood pressure. Furthermore, brisk walking helps improve your body's ability to use insulin, which can lower your risk for diabetes, a major risk factor for heart disease. It also helps manage weight and lower bad cholesterol levels. It is truly a full-body tune-up disguised as a simple walk. So how do you do it correctly? The key is in the brisk. You should be walking at a pace where you can still hold a conversation, but you wouldn't be able to comfortably sing a song. This is known as the talk test, and it's a fantastic way to gauge your intensity without any special equipment. Focus on your posture. Keep your head up, looking forward, not at the ground. Your neck, shoulders, and back should be relaxed, not stiffly held. Swing your arms freely with a slight bend in your elbows. This arm movement actually helps propel you forward and can increase your caloric burn. Land on your heel, then roll through your foot to push off with your toes. If you're just starting, your goal might be just 10 minutes a day. That's perfectly fine. After a week, try adding another 2 or 3 minutes. Gradually work your way up to the recommended goal of at least 30 minutes of moderate intensity activity on most days of the week. You don't even have to do it all at once. 3 10-minute walks throughout the day are just as beneficial for your heart as one 30-minute walk. The most common mistakes are wearing the wrong shoes, which can lead to foot and joint pain, and slouching, which can cause back pain and make breathing less efficient. Invest in a good pair of supportive walking shoes, and make a conscious effort to walk tall. Think of a 72-year-old woman named Margaret, who started by just walking to the end of her block and back. It was all she could manage at first, but she did it every day. Soon, she was walking around the entire block. A year later, she was joining a local walking group and walking 3 miles, 3 times a week, with energy she thought she had lost decades ago. Her journey didn't start with a 3-mile walk. It started with a single step out her front door. Our second exercise takes the pressure off your joints while still providing a phenomenal cardiovascular workout. We're talking about swimming or water aerobics. The water is a magical environment for seniors. Its natural buoyancy supports your body weight, which means there is virtually no impact on your joints. For anyone living with arthritis, osteoporosis, or general joint pain, this is a game changer. It allows you to move freely and challenge your heart in ways that might be painful on land. But don't let the gentleness fool you. Water provides resistance. Every movement you make, whether it's a swimming stroke or a leg kick in an aerobics class, is a form of resistance training. This means you are not only working your heart, but also strengthening all the major muscle groups in your body. The cardiovascular benefits of swimming are immense. It engages your entire body, from your arms and shoulders to your core and legs. This full body engagement requires your heart to pump a large volume of blood, making it an incredibly efficient workout for improving cardiac strength and endurance. The cool temperature of the water, and the pressure it exerts on your body, can also help improve circulation. Many people find that the rhythmic nature of swimming and the sound of the water are incredibly meditative, which can help lower stress levels and, consequently, blood pressure. A water aerobics class offers a more structured workout, often set to music, and provides a wonderful social component, which is another crucial aspect of healthy aging. You don't need to be a competitive swimmer. Even simple water walking, where you walk from one end of the pool to the other in chest-deep water, is a fantastic starting point. The water's resistance will challenge your muscles and elevate your heart rate far more than walking on land. The key is to start at your own comfort level. Begin with 15 or 20 minutes and gradually increase your time in the water as you feel stronger. The main thing to remember is safety. If you are not a confident swimmer, stay in the shallow end or use a flotation device. Never swim alone. The social connection, the joint support, and the powerful heart benefits make water-based exercise a true fountain of youth. Our third top exercise brings the power of endurance training indoors into a safe and controlled environment. Stationary cycling. The stationary bike is one of the most reliable and effective tools for building cardiovascular health. Like walking and swimming, it is a low-impact activity, which means it's gentle on your knees, hips, and ankles. This is a significant advantage, as joint pain can be a major barrier to exercise for many seniors. The bike allows you to get your heart rate up and sustain it for an extended period without the jarring impact of running, or even some forms of aerobics. This sustained aerobic activity is precisely what your heart needs to become stronger. When you pedal on a stationary bike, the large muscles in your legs, your quadriceps, hamstrings, and glutes, are doing most of the work. These large muscles demand a lot of oxygen-rich blood. Your heart responds to this demand by beating faster and more forcefully, and over time, this consistent training strengthens the heart muscle itself. Regular cycling can lead to significant improvements in blood pressure, cholesterol levels, and resting heart rate. It also builds incredible stamina. You'll begin to notice that you don't get winded as easily when climbing stairs or carrying groceries. That's a direct result of your heart and lungs becoming more efficient. Setting up the bike correctly is crucial for both comfort and safety. The seat height should be adjusted so that when your foot is at the bottom of the pedal stroke, your knee has a slight bend in it, about 5 to 10 degrees. If your knee is completely straight or bent too much, it can cause strain. The handlebars should be positioned so you can maintain an upright posture with a relaxed grip, not hunched over. To begin, start with no or very low resistance. Your goal is simply to get your legs moving in a comfortable rhythm. Aim for a 15-minute session to start. As you get more comfortable, you can begin to increase two things: duration and resistance. First, work on extending the time you spend on the bike, adding a few minutes to each session until you can comfortably ride for 30 minutes. Once you've built up your endurance, you can start to play with the resistance. Adding resistance makes your leg muscles and your heart work harder. A great way to do this is through interval training. For example, you could pedal at a comfortable pace for 4 minutes, then increase the resistance for 1 minute, then go back to the comfortable pace. Repeating this cycle several times can provide incredible heart benefits in a shorter amount of time. Remember to always include a warm-up of easy pedaling and a cool-down to finish. The stationary bike is your reliable engine for heart health, ready to go in any weather, at any time of day. Now we move to an exercise that many people don't immediately associate with heart health, but it is an unsung hero and an absolutely essential component of a balanced program: strength training. This doesn't mean you need to start lifting heavy barbells. For seniors, strength training can be done with light dumbbells, resistance bands, or even just your own body weight. So how does building muscle in your arms and legs help your heart? The connection is profound. First, having more muscle mass increases your metabolism. This means your body burns more calories, even when you are at rest. This makes it much easier to maintain a healthy weight, which is one of the cornerstones of heart health. Carrying excess weight puts a constant strain on your heart, forcing it to work harder 24 hours a day. Second, strength training helps your body become more sensitive to insulin. This improves blood sugar control and dramatically lowers your risk of developing type 2 diabetes, a condition that significantly increases the risk of heart attack and stroke. But perhaps the most direct benefit is this: when your muscles are strong, they don't fatigue as easily. This means that all of your daily activities, from getting out of a chair to carrying laundry, place less of a strain on your cardiovascular system. Your heart doesn't have to work as hard to support your movements, because your muscles are doing their job efficiently. For a senior, some of the most beneficial strength exercises are those that target major muscle groups and mimic everyday movements. The chair squat is a perfect example. Stand in front of a sturdy chair with your feet shoulder-width apart. Slowly lower your body as if you are about to sit down, just letting your hips touch the chair before you stand back up. This strengthens your legs and glutes. Wall push-ups are excellent for upper body strength. Stand facing a wall, about an arm's length away. Place your palms on the wall, slightly wider than your shoulders, and slowly bend your elbows to bring your chest closer to the wall. Then push back to the starting position. Aim to perform these exercises 2 to 3 times per week, on non-consecutive days, to give your muscles time to recover. Start with a number of repetitions that feels challenging but doable, perhaps 8 to 12, and gradually increase as you get stronger. Strength training is your body's support system. By building strong muscles, you are creating a stronger, more resilient framework that reduces the daily burden on your heart. Our fifth and final exercise focuses on the mind-body connection, an aspect of heart health that is too often overlooked. We are talking about practices like Tai Chi or gentle yoga. While these may not feel like a traditional heart-pumping workout, their benefits for your cardiovascular system are deep and multifaceted. Let's start with stress. Chronic stress floods your body with hormones like cortisol and adrenaline, which, over time, can lead to high blood pressure and damage to your arteries. Tai Chi and gentle yoga are powerful stress reduction tools. They combine slow, deliberate movements with deep, controlled breathing. This combination has been shown to activate the body's relaxation response, directly counteracting the effects of stress. Studies have demonstrated that regular practice of Tai Chi can lead to a significant reduction in blood pressure, in some cases as much as medication. The deep breathing techniques taught in these practices, often called diaphragmatic breathing, are also incredibly beneficial. This type of breathing helps to improve lung capacity and oxygenates your blood more efficiently. This means your heart doesn't have to work as hard to get the oxygen your body needs. The slow, flowing movements of Tai Chi and yoga also improve circulation and enhance flexibility. Good flexibility is important because it allows for better posture and more efficient movement, which reduces the overall strain on your body. Furthermore, both practices place a strong emphasis on balance. Improving your balance is crucial for preventing falls, which can lead to injuries that force you into a sedentary lifestyle, a major risk for heart disease. In this way, Tai Chi and yoga act as a form of preventative medicine, keeping you mobile, active, and out of the hospital. Think of this final category not as a replacement for aerobic exercise, but as a vital and calming anchor to your routine. It addresses the silent factors, stress, poor breathing, and imbalance, that can profoundly impact your heart. A 30-minute Tai Chi session in the park or a gentle yoga class can be the perfect complement to your weekly walks or bike rides, creating a truly holistic approach to caring for your heart from the inside out. Knowing these 5 exercises is the first step. The true transformation happens when you weave them into the fabric of your life and create a sustainable, balanced routine. A strong heart is built not just on aerobic capacity, but also on strength, flexibility, and a calm mind. A well-rounded weekly plan might look something like this. 3 to 4 days of your chosen cardiovascular activity, like brisk walking, swimming, or cycling, for at least 30 minutes. On 2 of the other days, you would focus on your strength training exercises, working all the major muscle groups. And woven into your week, perhaps every day for a few minutes or in longer sessions a couple of times a week, would be your flexibility and balance work from Tai Chi or gentle yoga. It's important to remember that rest days are also part of your training. This is when your muscles, including your heart, repair and get stronger. The key to long-term success is finding activities you genuinely enjoy. If you dread getting on the stationary bike, you won't stick with it. But if you love being in the water or walking in a beautiful park with a friend, exercise stops feeling like a chore and starts feeling like a reward. The social aspect cannot be overstated. Joining a class or finding a workout buddy can provide motivation, accountability, and a vital sense of connection. Overcoming inertia is often the hardest part. On days when you feel unmotivated, make a deal with yourself. Just put on your shoes and walk for 5 minutes. More often than not, once you start moving, you'll find the energy to continue. The journey to a stronger heart is a lifelong commitment, but it is one that pays dividends in every aspect of your existence. It's the freedom to travel, the energy to play with your grandchildren, the independence to live life on your own terms. Each step, each pedal, each stretch is an investment in that future. The power to build a resilient, vibrant heart is yours. It begins not with a leap, but with a single deliberate movement, made today.